What's going on, everyone? So reports came out that the Los Angeles Lakers are expected to re-engage with the Brooklyn Nets on a potential Day'ron Sharpe trade, Day'ron Sharpe deal. Supposedly, one of the reasons why they didn't get that done at the time was that the Nets kind of wanted more assets. What is that? That's not that the Lakers can't give up now. Like, what has changed in that area, in that regard? I mean, it could have been a multitude of things, right? One, it could have just been like the Nets want to be patient, kind of wait and see. Does something develop for Day'ron Sharpe? Again, just because the Lakers and Nets made a trade for Dorian Finney Smith doesn't mean that they can't work out another trade down the road, right? Especially as you get closer to the trade deadline. Second thing, could have been the Lakers, right? Lakers might have just not have been willing to pony up the assets to get that deal done, and maybe would have looked to, see, like, okay, can we get a Walker Kessler? Can we get this? Can we get that? And maybe Lakers are kind of mulling over and going, okay, maybe Day'ron is the best opportunity for us. And maybe the Nets have worked it out, right? Again, Sean Marks and Rob Pelinka have a really good relationship. I've talked about this before. I made a whole video about this and just that I could see them getting another trade done, in particular for Day'ron Sharpe. I know a lot of people are really going to want Cam Thomas or Cam Johnson. I don't see it personally. I don't think it's, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe Cam Johnson is going to be an Oklahoma City Thunder after the 15th. Why, Tyler, do you believe it'll be after the 15th? Because Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins become available, and they can now go trade for Cam Johnson and still maintain all of their main core, all of the key guys in their rotation, and add Cam Johnson to it. Right, so instead of them having to trade a Lou Dort or something like that, they can trade Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe. Plus, they'd have to throw in like another piece or two. But boom, get that done and keep all their main core guys. So I think after January 15th, be on the lookout. Right, I think that they end up landing Cam Johnson, which is going to be tough. Right, it's going to make it's going to make the Thunder so much better, which is incredibly frustrating. However, Lakers, they still need to pull off a couple moves, still need to make a couple trades. Here's the other thing I find interesting about this. I did a video. Again, take that one with a grain of salt. I mean, all of these. I mean, nothing's concrete until it happens. But there's like rumors going around that the Lakers and the Raptors are in discussion for Bruce Brown. And that the Lakers would be sending out Rui Hachimura along with a Gabe Vincent, right, which would clear up a roster spot, maintain a ton of flexibility for next season, to clear another like $6 million off your books, plus the $3 million that you did. You could bring in that point of attack guy in the starting unit, and then you could easily just go get like a Dennis Smith Jr., Markelle Fultz, Elfrid Payton, whomever, right? Like you can bring in that backup guard, and you'd be in good shape. Well, here's the thing that I talked about in that video. For those that saw the video, for those that didn't, here you go, right? If the Lakers do that, well, then that takes them out of all of the centers. Technically they could do like a Vando for Valanciunas. I just don't know if the Lakers would do that. So it takes them out of like Nikola Vucevic and like a Clint Capella and a Jakob Poeltl and all these other higher tier salary guys. But it still keeps him in the mix for a Nick Richards, keeps him in the mix for a Day'ron Sharpe, a Walker Kessler. Why? Because you could easily just because Day'ron and all these other guys are so cheap, you could easily just and add something like a Christian Wood or a Jalen Hood-Schifino and get that done. Or not Jalen Hood-Schifino, sorry. Yeah, Jalen Hood-Schifino. Yeah, there you go. I did say it right. Jalen Hood-Schifino and get that deal done, right? Boom, clean, easy, give up the 2 seconds, right? Or give up a pick swap, whatever, in order to get that. These two kind of reports line up together, right? Lakers go trade for Bruce Brown for supposedly, it's again, Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, and 2 seconds for Bruce Brown. A lot of people are like, well, why would the Lakers do that, right? That's too much to give up for Bruce Brown. Well, the only guy you're really giving up is Rui Hachimura, but it clears off like $30 million in salary. LeBron James can take whatever he wants. You could keep Bruce Brown, keep Dorian Finney Smith, and still go trade for another big name, right? In the 2025 free agency, you know who's available? Kyrie Irving. Now, I don't want to start the Kyrie talks, but, right, like, look, you make the push this year, Go get a Bruce Brown, go get a Day'ron Sharpe. You win the championship this year, beautiful. You free up all that cap space, re-sign Bruce Brown, because Bruce Brown wanted to sign with the Lakers previously until the Indiana Pacers decided to pay him double what the Lakers could. So then he went there, which I don't blame him. Get your bag, get your money, right? Like, we all would be like, dude, go make that money, right? But you get Bruce Brown, you get your Day'ron Sharpe to add with the Dorian Finney Smith, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Right? You still have Max Christie. You still have all your core guys, Austin Reeves, all of that. Then Dorian Finney Smith can get a new contract, let's say 4 years, $60 million, $15 million a year, right? Basically what he's making right now, but longer salary. Maybe he'd take less. Maybe he'd take, 4 years, $48 million, right? So you can clear, $3-4 million off your books for him. Bruce Brown is not going to make $23 million, probably closer to let's say $15 million. Maybe he takes $12 million, but let's just say that they're both $15 million just to be safe. Say both of them sign 4 years, $60 million. Well, you could, like I said, now you clear, after all the pieces come off, all the vet minimums and all that stuff, everything comes off, you clear $20 million off your books. LeBron James, again, he was willing to take $20 million less to bring in a Klay Thompson, DeMar DeRozan, and a Jonas Valanciunas. You don't think if, a James Harden or a Kyrie Irving or something wanted to come to Lakers, you don't think he'd take that discount again? Of course he would, right? And then Kyrie gets what he's always wanted, get to go to Lakers. LeBron gets what he wants, gets to play with Kyrie. One last chance at a championship. You could have Bruce Brown, Kyrie, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, as well as still maintain your bench. Lakers are winning a championship at that point. All right, again, might be a little bit of a we'll see, right? Patience is a virtue type thing, but that's the idea. That's why the Lakers are looking to do these types of things. Clear off the cap space to maybe go get that, go for the shot this year. Get the pieces that you need. Now you got that point of attack guard to pair with Dorian Finney-Smith. You got Bruce Brown, Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Much better, much more balanced starting five. And then you add in a Day'ron Sharpe to the bench unit. So you got Christian Wood, Day'ron Sharpe, with the Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish even. Then you got, at the 2, you got Max Christie. You could go Shake Milton, right? And then in the backup guard, you could just, like I said, bring in Dennis Smith Jr., bring in a, Markelle Fultz, whatever you want to do. Boom, now your roster is just much more balanced. You got legit, 9 to 10 guys on this roster that can all compete, multiple defenders, multiple positions, where you can just do so much more. And then you also maintain that flexibility in the offseason to maybe go get that other push. Or, again, if you win, you can go make that move to try to repeat, right? I think it's a win-win across the board for the Lakers. Day'ron Sharpe, I think it makes a lot of sense. Again, I just wanted to talk about the 2 reports, the Bruce Brown report again, and then this one, because I do think it's very interesting that they both kind of came out at around the same time, because it makes a lot of sense that if the Lakers go and do Bruce Brown, as it's been proposed, right, as it's been rumored, the only real center you're probably getting, again, unless you trade Jared Vanderbilt, only real center that you're probably getting is a, Day'ron Sharpe. So Day'ron Sharpe, you're not trading a first for him, so maybe you're trading a pick swap, right, something like that. Boom, there you go, get Day'ron Sharpe, right? Gave up a pick swap, give them an expiring contracts, because that's what the Nets want. They want those expiring contracts. You give them those expiring contracts, give them a pick swap. The 2 seconds go for Bruce Brown. Boom, you got Bruce Brown, you got Day'ron Sharpe, you got Dorian Finney-Smith this trade deadline. And guess what? Shake Milton too. And guess what? You didn't have to give up any of your firsts. And if you really needed to, you still have Jared Vanderbilt, both your firsts, and a vet, you could get to another 13, 15 million and tradable salary if you needed to, if you wanted to go make that other key move or two, right? So again, it gives you everything that you need. Go, like I said, sign that free agent in a Markelle Fultz or, Alfred Payton or Dennis Smith Jr. Now you're just a much better, much more well-rounded, much more versatile, dynamic roster. And Day'ron Sharpe would be perfect. And he's 23 years old. Right, so he gives you just that upgrade in the backup center spot. And he gives you a real foundation piece for now and the future. Gives you a real piece to kind of build around for now and the future. So now you're starting to put together a nice young core here, right? You got Max Christie. You got Dalton Connect. You got a Day'ron Sharpe, right? Like you got kind of those three guys that you can now kind of put in. Honestly, if I was the Lakers, like say if you were able to get Bruce Brown and then also go get Day'ron Sharpe, I'm not going to lie, I would hit up Chicago because you still have firsts. Do you call Chicago and maybe try to go get like a Turd Vando plus a first into Io and like maybe like a Torrey Craig, something like that? Io's 24 years old, versatile forward, right? If you do another if you send 2 for 1 in the Bruce Brown trade and then get back a 2 for 1, get a veteran 3-and-D, and you get that young, versatile guard that can play either guard spot and be your backup off the bench. You don't even need to bring in one of these, free agent guys. You got that young guy. And it also would add to your young core. Now you got, like I said, an Io with a Max Christie, a Dalton Connect, right? And a Day'ron Sharpe. It's a good foundation to kind of build off of. And I know people are going to say, well, what about Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves probably is gone. I'm talking about like 3-4 years from now. I'm not talking about in the next year. Right? I'm talking about and even at that point, Austin Reeves would be like 30, right? Like he's not really, he's not going to be the future at that point, right? Like he's, the now, or he's probably playing somewhere else. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Day'ron Sharpe potentially becoming a Laker? Do you think stay away from Day'ron Sharpe? However you feel, or whatever your thoughts are. I love to hear it either way, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.